Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Airforce Delta Strike with Fluvial. So I've already recorded this part of the game, but unfortunately I lost the audio to it. It recorded off the wrong goddamn microphone. So I'm doing it again, even though I recorded the other episodes after this. Everything else will just resume as normal before, but I'm going to redo this part. Okay, let's get going. Alright, so we got some standby missions, and
we have an emergency
this is the first time we would have had them going. So basically these are like bonus missions where you can get extra credits.
Right, and they want us to lend a hand, right?
That's pretty much it.
Man, I'm telling you, as if we weren't busy enough.
But if we don't send somebody, we'd be in trouble with HQ.
Oh well. Let's send one volunteer from standby.
Got it. Thanks a lot. We really appreciate it.
Okay, that was weird. Hopefully the audio is not dropping.
This is top secret, so you won't get any more info till you're assembled out there. Go get him.
Okay, here we go. I don't exactly remember who I used. I think it might have been Holes. So let's go use Holes. I was probably grinding to get some credits so he can get a better aircraft. Alright. So yeah, like, lovely me, I was falling behind on editing these videos because I got a little bit busy with work. Just getting so tired and trying to figure out how to find the time to adjust to that. And then when I moved on to editing episode 5, I find that the audio was wrong. Wrong mic.
Try this on precise, scum. We can do this.
Oh.
We're having a hard time. They aren't having an easy time either.
So right now, I'm working retail at a plant store, basically, a garden center. And you know what's funny? I've found a new hobby out of this job. Just growing exotic berries, basically. I like growing fruits, and particularly exotic varieties of fruits. Right now, I've got, I started off with 2 pine berries and 2, cranberries. Pine berries are a strawberry that is white. It grows white strawberries. And, they allegedly taste like pineapples. They're really bizarre. Unfortunately, one of my plants died, but the other one's alright. It's hanging in there. It hasn't been growing berries, I think, because it didn't get pollinated. So I'm thinking I'll cut off those berries, or those failed berries, and hope it blooms some more, and then pollinate those flowers. Okay, and also have cranberries, and cranberries are a variety of strawberry that tastes like raspberries, and like the classic form of them are strasberries, but strasberries aren't self-pollinating, and a cranberry is a version of the strawberry that is self-pollinating. And basically what that means, if you don't know what self-pollinating is, because I sure as hell wouldn't have when I started this job. I knew nothing about gardening when I started. Basically what that means is it'll pollinate itself. It doesn't need a bug or anything to pollinate. Or it's self-fertile, basically. Like you can mix the pollen with its flowers on its own plant, and it'll be enough to reproduce and make seeds. Versus a plant that doesn't need that, where you need to mix it up with different plants. of the same species.
No way we're gonna lose to the EDAF.
Uh-oh.
We've got to attack first.
So yeah, my cranberries are doing pretty well. Like one of the plants, like one of them is getting huge and it's growing runners already. And basically what runners are these like stemmy things that go sideways. And I think that's one of the ways a strawberry plant can reproduce itself, because runners can eventually root itself in the ground. And the other one's growing berries, and some kind of animal took one of my berries. I think it was a crow. Joke's on them, it wasn't quite ripe yet, but man, it's growing berries. I'll probably put a photo of it in this edit. Can't wait to try one. You know, if animals don't keep stealing it. And okay, I also have a watermelon plant, which is going to be funny because I'm growing it out of a pot. But the way watermelon plants work is it like grows a vine, and then the watermelons will fruit off of the vine. So I might be able to get it to work, but it's going to be funny because I don't know, it's one of those things you'd expect to grow out of the ground, right? But that'll be fun. I'm growing a variety of watermelon that's supposed to be like really sweet, and it's really sweet and it's small. They're small watermelons.
The enemy is confused.
And I'm also growing a ghost pepper plant. I'm keeping that one indoors. It's blooming. It's gotten huge, and it's blooming. It's like a foot tall now, and it's blooming. And I need to like pollinate the flowers manually with like a paintbrush. And boy, I can't wait till that thing starts growing peppers. Hot peppers. Ghost pepper used to be the hottest pepper in the world before the Carolina Reaper.
Where's your drive, goddammit?
And yeah, that's fun. New hobby.
Some heart into it.
I also have a hanging basket of aloha berries. Aloha berries are a pine berry. They're just a variety that's ever bearing, but they're not going to bloom this year, so I have to make sure it lives a year. It'll bloom in its second year, and that's when it'll start growing the berries. So fingers crossed. Okay. So we're probably gonna get another standby mission.
We have an emergency communication from HQ.
We can skip this, it's the same message as before. Alright, who to use now? I have no idea. Maybe Ruth. But yeah, like, new hobby, just growing exotic fruits, or just fruits in general. Like, I'd love to be able to grow. I want to grow some kiwis. What else would I like to grow?
If they get through, the damage will be disastrous.
Man, I wish I had more space so I could plant things into the ground. I don't think I can. Because if I could, I would like order seeds for blue raspberry plants and just grow blue raspberries. Yeah, because if you didn't know, blue raspberry is a real raspberry. Like, what the blue raspberry flavor is based off of. The only thing is the raspberries aren't really blue. They're more black. They're not like a bright blue color. They're black colored, but apparently their flavor is like similar to the blue raspberry flavor. So that would be awesome to be able to try those. I'd love to be able to grow those. But the problem is raspberry plants grow as like really big woody bushes. The root systems get pretty damn big. I wouldn't be able to grow them.
Victory to the OCC.
Unfortunately.
Our time has come. This is an endurance contest.
But yeah, it's fun. It's fun, like, growing stuff. If I had room for it, I would have, like, a major garden that just grew fruits and vegetables and shit. And lots of lavender, too.
Put some heart into it. Where's your drive, goddammit?
There's actually a species of strawberry that's native to where I live in the mountains. And they're called mountain strawberries, and I've seen them lots on hikes, and I want to eat one. I want to try one the next time I see it. They are edible. They're not poisonous. The problem is I don't remember when they ripen.
Hold out now, we can win this thing. Pray it helps them hit the mark.
Hey, there's a bomber here. Nice. Easy meat for me.
Just gotta fight. That's all that's left. Prepare to advance. Charge! This is an endurance contest.
Lately, you know what I also did? Can't remember if I ever talked about this in another previous Let's Play, but I have a big telescope, and I finally, I ordered an eyepiece that's made for lining the mirrors up. Well, technically, at the time of this recording, I haven't quite lined the mirror up, because it's really tough to do. Like, it's a real pain in the ass to get it lined up. But I have been working on it. And I'm hoping, by tonight, I'll get that going, and I will be able to look at stuff through my telescope tonight.
Show us your stuff, if you got any.
Oh, out of missiles. Let's get out of here.
Come on, people, step up to the plate.
So, yeah. That's exciting.
Somebody's gotta do it.
I kind of want to get into astrophotography. It's going to be a bit of a process to get into it, though. Because different cameras do different jobs differently well. My current telescope isn't really good. Isn't really meant for taking photos. I might be able to get it to work with a mirrorless camera, but who knows. There's other options, though. I'm just trying to explore all of that. Another standby mission. This is probably the last one. Who should I use? Alex, perhaps? I might have used Rick in one of these before. Oh well, whatever. Ow. Ow.
Bring it on, Delta. Delta, you turn up all over. Come on, man.
Son of a bitch. Oh, I'm getting laid out.
Pull out of the hot zone. Nobody's gonna come down on you for leaving the zone. If you're confident enough, fight it out until the time.
Locked in a turn fight, eh?
We're the advanced guard of the new era.
I will get you guys. How am I being outturned by an SC-17?
I'm gonna get to see a blue sky. If we gain a victory here, we can control the rest of the battle.
Come on.
Enemy in gun range.
Oh, this is bad.
Of course I can do this. Sure. I'll take you on. Fox 2.
Oh my god.
Time for them to bow out.
I'm like dead. I'm dead meat.
Fox 2.
There we go. Luckily, it's only a standby mission, so we're good. You screw up! You crushed our precious craft! I'm already busy enough. You can't make me work hard enough, huh? So when is your next mission? Young Ilya has ordered for the aircraft to be repaired. It will be fixed before the next mission. Don't ever crash it again. I didn't even crash it. Goodness, I can't believe you crashed our precious craft. You must be better than that. Any one of you can't be missed from the Delta team, so you need to be more careful. My, do better next time. I mean it. They're so harsh for someone who just got shot down. Oh well. Alright, let's go. Let's keep going.
All right, everyone. You've got a tough mission in front of you this time. Keep that in mind as you listen to Lilia's explanation.
Amelia, read us our orders.
Yes, ma'am. All Delta units will be dispatched to area OB-45. Attack the new air defense system the enemy is developing, as well as its testing grounds. That is all.
New air defense system. Did we hear about that from one of our operatives?
This battle plan is based on intel from the late General Bolotnikov.
He's dead now?
What, him? Can we trust what he says?
We've verified that the testing grounds exist. So yes, we can trust him. The enemy has some impressive technology, you know. If this anti-air system is for real, we'll be in deep trouble.
Don't you think it's a little risky using planes?
The testing grounds are fairly deep in enemy territory.
Sorry, I skipped that a bit too much. Don't you think it's a little risky testing planes on anti-aircraft weapons?
It would take too much time to get there on land. The only way is by air.
But they control the air too. An attack there could be a disaster.
That didn't stop their guys when they came after NB-53.
Huh?
I'll request some air backup for a diversion. The area next to us has the fighter squad that's closest to our targets. When you go, make a detour through there. It's our turn next.
About how strong would you say that fighter squad is?
Well, I hear it's at least a full squadron, so it should be reasonably strong.
That much prey for the hunter, huh?
Rundle?
Anyway, if they can do it, we can too. And if you're a true Delta, you'll show them how it's done.
I couldn't have said it better. Now go take out that new air defense system and the testing grounds too. Good luck.
Uh-oh. Are you fucking shitting me? I should have fucking saved. Let's try this again. I'm just gonna skip this goddamn briefing. You already got the gist of it. Let's go. All right, let's go.
Radar signal! Code red! Enemy!
They've come. Okay, Dragon 46, change course and move to phase B.
All right, let's go after Donald. New ace.
Don't let them get away. Take them all down.
Viper 2, you are outside the mission zone. Return now!
Shut up.
And there he goes.
Viper 2! Enemy is incoming. Intercept.
Yeah, Wolf just pieces it, and if you actually play as Wolf, you do an alternate mission
Viper 2,
because he
you are
just flies
outside the
off and
mission zone.
shoots dudes.
Got to protect the strike in radar Crow, no prisoners.
Enemy in radar
Wolf, what are you doing? Going after them alone is suicide. Wolf!
All right.
Incoming bogies! Fast!
Identification?
Echo is red. They're bandits!
All guns prepare to fire.
This is Tough Guy. Tally on target.
Nomad to all units. Target located. All pilots, scramble to target immediately.
Think I'm gonna wait for that? Gotta hit them before they can run. Panther, Cougar, let's go!
Sergeant back! Securing gun turret base.
Initiate. Ah! Bug out!
Fox 2!
Yeah, like that's gonna work.
Python 1 is off radar.
Alright, let's do this.
That's the enemy's new weapon?
Yeah, so we're literally shooting tornadoes. Well, sort of. Their weapon is a tornado. Let's give her. Alright. So,
Nomad calling all units.
here's what you
Your
do.
target is the enemy's
You fly above the cloud line, way up at a high altitude.
All clear above
Enemy
the flag.
in radar range.
No need for anyone up here.
Alright.
Successful. Alpha, Beta,
And now you see that
Delta,
black
Post
swirly
Level
thing? That's the
Activation
tornado.
commencing in 20. One enemy fighter down.
What we do is we fly into the through the here. We fly down
The enemy's still coming in.
through the tornado,
Wipe them all out, or this experiment is
down
over
through the tornado, so we're inside the tornado, in the middle,
At Angel's 10.
and then we shoot the turret.
To engage.
And I use rockets because rockets have better range. Alright, and then it's gone. Turret's done. Tornado's gone.
Hit 10,000. No change in coverage area. No response from Alpha.
What's going on?
And there we go. And then we rinse and repeat.
How did my calculations go wrong?
I told you, Professor.
I'm going to do this
What?
even if I have to die.
The system has a fatal flaw.
Shut up.
Hey, shut up. I'm a super smart mad scientist, dude, who listens to nobody. Alright, anyways.
Hold out. The enemy is feeling it too.
Rush hour. Raise altitude.
We're heroes. Every damn last one of us.
Alright, so here's the next swirly, black, evil.
Enemy in radar range.
Enemy in radar range.
So let's dive down and then fire a rocket.
Enemy
in.
in radar range.
Hold out. The enemy is
Fox
feeling it
2
too.
by Viper 1. Fox 2.
Enemy craft is infiltrated in a vertical dive.
What crazy?
You're through the tornado.
Yeah, we did a vertical dive into the tornado, motherfucker.
My design. Lily, you're altitude too low. Climb. Huh?
Looks like I might be
Where's
getting
Wolf?
some
Is he?
Fox 2.
Let's say we go out for
What's up? You're acting strange. Has he hightailed it back?
enemy in radar range.
Negative. Wolf is engaged with bandit interceptors.
Fox 2 by Anaconda.
Yeah, that's just like Wolf, just going off alone.
Yes.
Well, it sure is like that son of a gun.
Come on and
I'll
open
take
that
up Wolf's
bid.
position.
Enemy
Okay,
in radar
Crow,
range.
Ruth, I'm counting on you.
Enemy in radar range.
Alright, and
I
now.
guess we'd better work on our formations a little harder.
Enemy
Yep,
in radar
you sure do.
You're too low.
Okay,
Raise altitude.
last tornado.
How are they getting through?
Anaconda 3, your altitude's too low. Viper 3 has locked on.
It's no good. We've been wiped out.
Destruction of all anti-aircraft ordnance confirmed. Also remove the observation base in the center of the combat zone.
Sounds fine to me. Let's go. Let's take out the base.
This is Cougar. We'll take the tail end bandit. Fox 2 by Anaconda 2.
Just gonna pepper them with rockets.
My calculations are always right.
Fox 2 by Cobra 1.
According to my
Your
calculation.
calculations are way off the mark.
Be on your guard.
Where are they all?
Not all of the systems can function as anti-aircraft weaponry.
Shut up.
I like this guy. He's so stubborn.
Professor, you're a brilliant scientist, but
Yes.
I quit.
it's important to listen to other people's opinions.
I quit.
Cobra 1.
What?
Altitude's too low.
Oh, how many will this be? Stiff resistance. Rush hour, you're too low.
I love some of those mission dialogue. It's just so corny.
Get out of here. Hey, you. The experiment is over. Get out. Quick.
Alright, that's that mission. Oh, look what the cat dragged in. Aren't you dead yet? Why, you... Can't you show a little concern for a subordinate? A subordinate, and when I do show concern, you just get mad anyway. How does a mechanic outrank a pilot? Dope! You got me there. Well, go ahead. What was today's catch? A gosh darn tornado! Those varmints made a machine that creates them, of course. Creates them. Of course I smashed it to bits. Tornadoes? A weather controller? Sheesh, I gotta hand it to those guys. They sure have their share of ingenuity. Are you kidding? I can hardly see the use in such a contraption. Can't they come up with something? It's me. We gotta worry about collateral damage. You can't move it, etc., etc. Excuse me, may I sit here? Oh, hello, ma'am. This spot has your name on it. Thank you. By the way, ma'am, your name was Valentine, wasn't it? Yes, it is. Your father? His name isn't Richard, is it? In fact, it is. You hear that, partner? Heavens to Betsy, it really is a small world. You said it. Who would have thought Richard had a daughter and that she joined the Delta Squadron? So, you knew my father? You bet we did. He was that old fart subordinate back in the day, and I serviced his plane. Both Robert and I taught back in the official Air Force, then he served under my command in the Delta Squadron. So you formed an element with my father, with you as captain and Williams as lead? Yep, what a pain in the ass they were. They flew so close to me when we did formations I thought I'd crap my pants. Those two were an engineer's nightmare. They pushed their engines past the limit and I was left to deal with the results. But they were damn good pilots. They cooked their engines to a nice golden brown. Robert was on the career track until he formed the Delta Squadron for this old fart. Then he got stuck as second lieutenant. It wasn't all for me, although I admit I really owe him one for creating a squadron where I could fly a prop plane. Richard came along to join his friends in the Delta Squadron. He always said it was the best team on Earth. That's what he told me too, and that's why I came here. I wanted to see what the best team on Earth was like. Well now, it's just a band of bad boy soldiers and old geezers. We should have ourselves a long talk about your dad one of these days. We could invite Robert along too. Yeah. Oh, and ma'am, you ought to ask Robert and Harry about your father. They'll have plenty of memories to share with you. I'll do that. Goodbye then. Dunno, but I bet it wasn't an old curmudgeon like you. Aw, shut your trap, you old chatterbox.
During the long, drawn-out war, the EDAF saw the arrival of many asylum seekers and refugees from the tyranny of the OCC. Information from these people and covert ops reports all clearly showed EDAF HQ that OCC's big offensive was imminent.
But taking this information is unreliable at best. The hard-nosed commanders prioritize their own military objectives, never questioning their optimistic view that the lull would continue. So, when the OCC's huge land-based attack came, it took the EDAF by surprise and consequently was very successful. But the heroic fighting and defensive tactics of the frontline EDAF units, coupled with delays in OCC supply lines, exhausted the invading troops and put a halt to their advance. Hearing of the OCC's predicament, EDAF HQ ordered a counterattack. Large-scale operations were set in motion.
Alright, that will be this episode of Let's Play Air Force Delta Strike. Thanks for watching.